Hello Twilighters, it's Thursday and today is fantastic because guess what finally arrived today? Looking for Alaska. I'm almost done with it. I was at the beach the entire day, so I had a lot of time to read. I love it and I want to continue reading, but first I have to make this video. And today is also fantastic because I got this new CD from the library. And once again I have too much to say in this video. Let's get started! I'm very excited about this week's topic, and I picked a book that I've loved since I was like 9 or 10. It was written in 1973 by the Dutch author Thea Beckman, and it's called Kruistocht in Spijkerbroek, or Crusade in Jeans. I've read this book so many times I can't even remember. The movie is not really my favorite book adaptation, but it definitely made me realize what I really want to happen in the Twilight movie. Before you watch the rest of this video, I want you to take a look at the trailer for the movie. I put the link in the sidebar and you can watch it right now. Oh, you're back. Okay, let's continue. There are a lot of differences between the movie and the book, so I'll just summarize the book for you very quickly. Rudolph is a 15-year-old boy who wants to participate in a time travel experiment, and he wants to get sent to the Middle Ages. But once he gets there, he realizes that he's in the wrong place at the wrong time. He meets and becomes friends with an Italian student called Leonardo, and when he wants to go back, a children's crusade actually blocks his way, and now he's stuck in the Middle Ages. He decides to go with Leonardo and follow the children's crusade, but once he discovers that the children are being treated very unfairly, he goes and discusses that with the leaders of the crusade, who are some monks and children of knights. He defends the children, something that's very uncommon in those days. He actually starts to organize the children's crusade, but the monks don't really want him there and accuse him of being a heretic, and he gets in all kinds of trouble. I don't really want to spoil the ending for you, so I'll stop right there. Now something about the movie. You can see in the trailer that they actually changed the reason why he travels back in time. In the movie it's because he lost an important football match, and in the book it is because he actually wants to go to the Middle Ages. Another thing that I really hated is that they completely cut the character of Leonardo, who has such a big role and constantly keeps Dolph out of trouble. And they replaced him by some girl he falls in love with. I mean, ugh. They also changed the ending. That was pretty weird. I didn't like that at all. The movie was actually pretty good. It's a good movie to watch, and it's still pretty faithful to the book except for those 3 things. And now to compare that with what I want to happen in the Twilight movie, I made 2 lists. One is 3 things I want to see in the Twilight movie, and the other one is obviously 3 things I don't want to see in the Twilight movie. They're all kind of related to what happened in the Crusade in Jeans movie. Okay, 3 things I want to see in the Twilight movie. The first one is as many quotes as possible. Just cram them all in there. I got so excited when I actually heard the James line of "You brought a snack." That made me so happy. Number 2 is that I really want a lot of Edward and Bella scenes. Just them at school, getting to know each other, at Edward's house, at Bella's house, I don't care, as long as the movie is not just action. And number 3 is, I really hope that I put as many scenes as possible in there, just like the meadow scene, Port Angeles, I know they're doing that. Oh, and number 4 is that I want as much art pets in the movie as possible. 3 things I don't want to see in the movie. Number 1, I don't want to see them cut any characters or just randomly add some characters. Number 2, I don't want them to change the motives of the characters in Twilight. I want Rosalie to dislike Bella for the same reason as she does in the book. And 3 is probably the most important one, I don't want them to change the ending. I don't want a kind of crappy Harry Potter ending, like let's clap for Hagrid or let's zoom in on Harry's blurred face. I just want a peaceful ending. I want to be able to leave the theatre and be like, ah, that was a good movie. And I don't want the movie to end like, what was that? What did I do? What? Now it's time for the challenges. Katie, your rain dance was awesome, but it didn't really work because I think you actually brought the summer to Holland for at least 3 days, I hope. Chelsea, I'm so happy that your mom picked me to make the collage. I'm so excited. I'm working on it. It's not nearly finished. I'll have it done by next week. I already know who I'm going to give it to, but that's still a secret. I would like to show you 2 things that are going to be put on the collage. The first one is a poem that I found in Glamour magazine, but it really fit the story, or like the feeling that you get with the story. I'll put it in the sidebar. And also this. Yeah. Ashley, you asked me what I think will happen with Jacob and the wedding, if Jacob will crash the wedding or not. I don't think that he'll actually crash the wedding. I think that Jacob will show up the day of the wedding when Alice is preparing Bella, what will probably take like 8 hours. And Jake will probably try to kiss Bella or do something stupid. Then Edward will show up in all his glory and finally break his jaw because he kind of deserves it. And Bella will start freaking out because Edward hit Jacob, and Alice will be freaking out because Edward is not supposed to see Bella before the wedding. This is of course the perfect moment for Edward to say, "Oops." I'm so excited about my challenge this week. I hope that you don't hate me for doing this. My challenge is to find some quotes from Twilight in another language than English, or just a scene from the book and read that for us, somewhere between like 30 seconds or a minute. I also have a challenge for the viewers. I'm going to read a small part of a book, one of the Twilight books, in Dutch. I haven't actually read it in Dutch, so I found this online. You can try to guess from which book it is and from which chapter. So, and Dutch Team Twilight viewers, please don't spoil it. Het was wel een goede manier om dood te gaan, in plaats van iemand anders. Iemand van wie ik hield. Nobel zelfs. Dat zou toch wat waard moeten zijn. Ik wist dat als ik nooit naar Forks was gegaan, ik de dood nu niet in de ogen zou staren. Maar hoewel ik doodsbang was, had ik toch geen spijt van die beslissing. Als het leven je een droom biedt die zo ver buiten alle verwachtingen ligt, is het niet redelijk om het einde ervan te betreuren. I have to say, I don't really like the Dutch version. Let's find out who gets this challenge. A 2, that's Katie. Good luck. Bree, I'll see you tomorrow, and Twilighters, I'll see you next week.